Hi, and thanks for tuning in to the CBA Podcast, a place where we chat about our own recent achievements in the area of electronics, software and mechanical engineering, and more likely than not, give excuses for not having done anything at all. Today we'll be talking about workspaces near or in the house, accumulated crap, Polish labor, the benefits and pleasure of doing the dishes while podcasting, sorry for the sound, home computer fixing and troubleshooting, the importance of using the correct schematic for a board, and various ways to blow up various kinds of electronics. Okay, I think you did Thursday and Saturday you want to do some welding, or you wanted to do some welding?
Yeah, it didn't go too well because
it didn't go too well. Haha.
Yeah, it didn't go too well. It's okay, but it's going to be a long start, I guess. It takes a lot of practice. It only looks so easy on the movie, and just to join some two metals together, it's easy peasy. It's very easy, but to make it a quality weld, quality beam, yeah, it takes some practice, I guess. It's also to make the weld look good. Yeah, this is going to take all long weeks of practice. But all is going well. All the gear works just fine.
Yeah.
Just have to practice and
you mentioned that it was a month. If you take an actual basic course, it was months or weeks or something like that. 5 weeks.
3 weeks, full shift. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
This is some very basic stuff, and probably, at least from what I've heard on this kind of training here, if your instructor is helping you out with your final tests, well, so this only shows you this is, it's very hard to be a good welder after a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and where do you do that actually? Do you have a garage or something like that? A garage box?
Yeah, it's a garage. You just
You have
the
that?
car away. No, my girlfriend's father has a garage, so I can go there.
Yeah, that's convenient because I wouldn't. Yeah. For here, I could not do that. I have a little. You've been here, right? You have a little shed around the back of the house, but that's completely full with crap. So I first have to clear that. Or on the first floor there's a small room, but I'm not gonna weld there. It's like 2 square meters or something like that. So that's not. So the garage would be super convenient, I think. The garage box or something like that, huh?
Yes. And what's up with the shed? It's you have something in there right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of crap. There's a lot of crap in there. There's like cupboards with a lot of paint and a lot of wood. And I think a moped, like a small motorbike, which doesn't work, and 2 bikes that don't work, and 2 other bikes that nobody uses.
A lot of stuff that you will probably sometime use.
Yeah, it's been there for like 10 years, and I never even used it once, so it's completely crap. And the paint.
Just throw it away then.
Yeah,
you get some nice working space.
Yeah, I should do that.
You can hire some Polish worker to do it for you.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
These come cheap, I've heard.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Throw some pigeon food or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
So when are you coming here then?
I don't know. Hey, you can sell the bikes. Dutch bikes in Poland are also very popular. So.
Oh yeah, this is like the bottom of the line, right? This is really. I think I got this bike for free somewhere. It was a racing bike, so you can imagine the quality. So anyway,
right.
Yeah, so that's nice to have a place to work, or shared space or something like that. I don't think you need much as electricity and a lot of space, right? Because if you're welding, metal beams of 2 meters long, then.
Welding also, but if you cut some wood, you have some circular saw installed in there, stuff like this. It's always handy to have everything prepared.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
or have some 3D printer over there, so it doesn't make the noise in your house. Because I don't think you don't have a basement in there, right?
I have a basement. It's like 2 cubic meters. You cannot walk in there. It's like a cupboard under the floor, something like that. So it doesn't work.
Yeah, you could close your 3D printer if you had one.
You go what now?
Close it in there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, you have a place that's kind of separates some dirty work or very noisy work. You can always close something up in this shed or some piece of basement, and you're done with the noise.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It actually takes work, so the one day I'll do that. But yeah, there's always it's very easy to find excuses, right?
Yes.
Anyway, so what I did yesterday was pretty nice actually. I went to a city where they have what I told you last time, what we talked about last time was the shared space where they have the old computer stuff. And me and 2 other guys were fixing the old computers, or at least trying to fix it. And it was pretty nice. So seeing when you turn it on, what it doesn't do or does do, and then a big part of it was looking on the internet for symptoms that look like what you see there, and then it's probably this chip or probably that chip, and so desolder the suspect chip, then put in a socket, put that chip on a socket, swap it out with other chips from other PCs, see if the problem goes away or not. And at the end I actually used the infrared camera, because I didn't know what was up with the board. It didn't work, so I used the infrared camera, and I saw one RAM chip that was very hot. So desoldered that, soldered in a new one, boom, worked. That's very nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so you had some, I don't know, troubleshooting guide there, some plan to work out, or?
Yeah, there is some, except that what we did was for the very basic. There was a troubleshooting guide and said, look, if you see this problem, it's probably chip number U123 or something like that. But except there are a lot of board revisions and board revisions where different chips are used, and chips have different like designators, like U123. So that whole guide didn't work. So you can use it for very basic problem solving. So if you see crap on the screen, it's probably the video chip, something like that, but not the exact chip numbers. That doesn't make sense. And one time you have to find exactly schematics for the exact board revisions, because a few times we were looking at a board and I'm looking at a schematic, and then stuff doesn't make sense, but turned out to be the completely wrong schematic. So it was a schematic for a different board revision. So that doesn't work. But
this also happens.
Yeah.
It's just 1 week away. Like the last week, guy came with some I don't know what's the heater for the gas heater for house. There's a name for it. Like, I don't know.
No idea. Gas heater. No idea. Central heating.
Heater, yeah, central heating driver for the whole house. So he had it. Wanted to see if he could use it in some other application. So what's the output of it? If you can hook up some relay to this or something like this to switch on and off. So guy came with some schematic and shows me the schematic, and this is it, and this is the board. So all is happening very fast, I have to say. Like you plop ground in here, plus 20 volts in here, and it should work from 80 to 24 volts. So there was not too much of thinking at the moment. So we fired up the 20 volts, bang, the board goes on, something lights up on the LCD. I can see on the PSU that on this power supply that the current limit was set at 4 amps, and it drained it the whole 4 amps for a couple of seconds, you know, like, I don't know, 15 seconds.
Holy shit.
And, and then it dropped to what you would expect, probably like the 50 milliamps.
Yeah.
Stuff like this.
That's 80 watts, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of power. So there was no smoke, nothing, but the driver didn't work afterwards. At least it didn't switch any nothing happened on the output pin. So yeah, the guy was I don't know, he wasn't too scared because it was his old driver. He has new one in his house already, but you know, when I took some second look at the schematic, compared it to the actual device, it well, man, it was not the same part.
Completely
I can
different.
tell because I could see some Atmega on the schematic, nothing like this on the actual device. Some NEC LCD drivers on the device, nothing like this on the schematic. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, we probably just fried the device.
Yep.
But yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
No cry, but
yeah, some people are a bit too fast, I think.
Yeah, but this is also the you take something and you believe people that, you know, guy told me this is schematic for this is the supply in here. You can power up with the 20 volts and all will be okay. So bang.
Yeah.
First test and
bang.
And all is kaput.
Bang. Yeah.
Yeah, but something to think about for myself for the future. So I don't fry any of my stuff because.
At the where I worked once, there was a colleague who was also into the hobby electronics, and we were working on a project together, and he brought, on the bench for normal day-to-day work, I had a power supply with 24 volts coming out of it, and like a 5mm modular connector, that happened to be the same connector as on the devices that they actually sold there, right? So this guy comes to me with a thing that he made for the hobby, and very proud of it. And I think it was for 5 volts or 3.3 or something like that. So I took it out of his hands and connected like immediately to the 24 volts. So saw him face palm mentally. So yeah, that was not a good moment. Anyway, yep, shit happens. Oh well.
It's nice. It's nice when it happens to someone else.
Yep, good stuff.
Good stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and also I learned to turn the current limit a little bit down from maybe 4 amps to like 200 milliamps or something like that, and then keep an eye on the voltage. I learned to do that.
Also, it's good to have a habit to unplug everything from the power supply. I think unscrew all the cables because it's just a trap waiting for you. You come over to something, you have in mind. I have to set 24 volts on the power supply. Just plop it on. 24, bang,
boom.
Smoke appears.
Yeah,
because you forgot to unplug something from 5 days ago.
Good stuff. Yeah, that happened here. I have a power supply with it has memories, like 5 memories, 5 preset memories for maximum current and voltage. So I never use these memories, and I don't want these memories even. So what happened recently was just power supply running there, and I kick with my foot to memory 1, which happened to be 31 volts, and the device was 3.3, so boom, indeed. Also broken. Good times. Yeah. Oh well.
Good times, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, it's good to learn from something like this.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So
basically, we did anything. We did like nothing. I did welding training, and you did
computer
some
shit.
troubleshooting from
but that's good.
Commodore 64.
Yeah. That's nice work. They're nice people, and that's nice. Just a whole day. I think I went there from 2 o'clock until 9 or something like that. And that was good because I've like. Yeah, that was good work. I'm going there again, and that's nice. Maybe try a different system or something like that, and also learn from the other guys for how to find problems and how to practical approach. So what to do first and what breaks more often, and you look there first. So I don't have that much experience with those computers fixing those.
So anyway, what happens with the computers that you fix?
Nothing.
Someone sells it or what?
No. They have like what they have there is a place where they have everything they show to the public, everything that's accessible to the public should work, right? So they have like a few Commodore 64s running there with games on them, and people can come in and just play the games and just use a computer. And it's also they have different systems and arcade machines and like the Apple computers and I don't know what. So sometimes stuff breaks, right? And then they want to have some spares, or if a computer like Commodore 64 computer breaks, they want to have a new one to put there immediately instead of just having an empty space on the desk. It's not a big deal, but that's the whole idea. Just they have a lot of stuff that they don't know what it is, so they want to like label it like this is complete crap, unfixable, and then toss it away, or this is fixable and then fix it and then put a sticker on it, this works. So spares basically. That's not for sale. It's just all non-profit stuff. So that was all for now. For more information, links and previous episodes, visit podcast.cba.si. Stay tuned, thanks for listening, and goodbye.